Thank you so much for joining us, Mr. Nadim Karam. I just want to first, if you could kindly introduce yourself and let us know which.
Thank you for inviting me to this, of course. I'm a public artist, but I do painting, sculptures. I'm an artist, visual artist, who came out from a background of architecture. So I've done my studies in architecture, I've done postgraduate studies in Japan. I spent 10 years studying architecture all the time and shifted to the art step by step, doing now huge public art projects around the world.
How exciting.
Yes, it is in fact.
What was the choice that you made that made you choose this career path? Was it, as you said, it was an interest of yours since childhood?
I mean, the creative side, the artistic side is, yes, since childhood I felt that I was painting like all these kids paint, you know, at this age of 6, 7. Usually they paint until 10, 12 and then they wake up to life and say, painting, no, don't paint, and they change career or they change the way they look at things. So they're afraid of continuing drawing and painting when you come to 12 years old. But in fact, I continued and I still do elephants. I draw elephants, birds, flowers.
Oh, nice.
I do all kind of, you know, people would say, at your age? Yes, of course. That's what creates stories to continue, memories to flourish. I think it's lovely to be able to continue this.
So you have a nice relationship between the natural and the man-made, I guess.
Very much.
Yes.
Very much, and I think it's very important that this stays all the time, you know, because I live in the mountains since the explosion of the port of Beirut. We moved to the mountain. Our apartment was completely damaged. So, and there we have 2 dogs, and we go for a walk every morning in nature.
So nice.
And that's a lovely thing. I try not to miss this. Of course, you have to miss it when you travel.
Yeah.
And I don't know under heavy rain what we will do, but it's really nice.
So public art, I heard, can you share a little bit or elaborate more on?
Public art is about putting your own work, sculptures, in the public domain so that everybody has access to it. And it's done usually by negotiating with the community what you want to do, what you want to realize, because at the end the public will be looking at it.
Absolutely.
So sometimes it's controversial, which creates lots of debate, and sometimes they love it because it relates directly to things they were thinking about.
Resonates with them, absolutely.
Yeah, so I mean, in that sense, public art is very important. And I do it, I would say I cheat and use my architecture background.
I think that's an advantage, actually.
Yeah, you're right, I was just joking.
Yes.
It's just that everything which deals with structure, because you know, when you do public art sometimes, the work could reach up to 10 floors.
Yeah.
The artwork could reach 5 floors, 4 floors. So it needs structural studies. It needs lots of things that an architect would know best.
Yes.
And that's an advantage, yes.
That's
very
wonderful.
Much of it. So,
yes. So how do you, because of the community, I'm just trying to find the relationship when you speak to the community.
Yeah.
What is the sound? What is the voice that you want to project?
I mean, when I do a public art, of course, there is the issue of the context. Yes. Where are we doing it? There is the culture, there is the identity. There are the stories generated. I try to bring elements from outside the place when I'm doing the whole thing to enrich the context, you know. And there are the memories of the place itself that are very important. I mean, sometimes there are heavy wars that happened in that area, and you have to negotiate your way in between all these things happening, because it comes after so many different meetings with the community, and so it is, it's always a negotiation with the community until you reach the appropriate project.
Yeah, do you find, is there anything that you can share with us that was a struggle that came about, that flourished in a...
I mean, the elephant on the Manis Bridge was not an easy thing, because I wanted to put it on the Charles Bridge, and the Charles Bridge has gone through different wars, and the sculpture we're talking Prague, sorry, I did not mention that. We're talking the city of Prague with the river
Okay.
Vltava River, on which I started a project on the Charles Bridge that moved to the Manis Bridge because of the strong conflict that happened while we were doing the project.
Yes.
But of course, there is always a way to divert the site, create more interesting things when you understand what they really want.
Yes.
You know how to proceed. You know, it's a thing that's done in common. You know what's no, what's yes, what's possible, what's impossible, and then it moves forward until the project becomes a beautiful kind of projection of all these negotiations, discussions with the community. So it's lovely to end up with a project because you learn a lot about the culture of the place.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah,
and when you collaborate with others, what is the usual steps that you take, or?
The usual step starts with a no.
Yes. No.
Surely.
Okay.
I mean, you're in the public domain.
Yes.
شو جايبك لهون? What are you coming to do in our city?
Don't change.
No. And then step by step, when they find out about your seriousness about the work, when you start doing models of the space, when you start doing big paintings of the space, sketches of the space, they start looking, he seems to be serious, this guy. He wants to do this project, really.
Yeah.
He wants to offer or put this in the city.
Also give them a perspective.
I mean, and they look at it because usually for projects in the city, it's the bureaucracy that plays a lot.
Yeah.
You end up with endless things, but as I said, I mean, when they understand that you're not coming from, you don't have anything against them or anything of that sort, and they kind of comprehend this, then they say, anyway, it's an interesting project, let's do it. Yeah. So you see, there is, from an attack position, from a request position, they would consider this as an attack on their city. So they take defensive positions until it is softened into a beautiful outcome of an unfolding flower.
Yeah.
I mean, the project.
And then the community responds as well.
And of course, the community responds to it in general in a very positive way. Other times in a kind of controversial debates and discussion, which keeps also the city, because each project you do for a city, if it doesn't have a question mark, it's not interesting.
It's not impactful.
It's not impactful. It doesn't bring anything new. I mean, if these are moments in the city, you know, when you go to work from 9 to 5 and you go, you come back, you go, nothing is happening, and suddenly you project a sculpture somewhere.
Yes.
And it just awakens you to a moment of creativity.
Yes.
You know, and that makes a difference. I mean,
breaks the cycle of what you usually see.
It's very important that there are moments sparkling that sparks ideas in your mind, or that sparks rejections of something. So these are important moments, I think.
What are conversations that you are interested in right now, like that you can share with us as well?
Now I am creating debates with my sculptures.
Yeah.
So I negotiate with them.
So that's the pre before.
I mean, the talk we're doing is about matter.
Yes.
And myth.
Maybe we can elaborate a little bit on the talk. Actually, it would be great.
In fact, matter. I mean, the talk is very interesting because matter is my preoccupation now. I'm fully immersed in matter and how to transform it, how to deal with it in one way or another.
Yes.
And that's why when the title came to me, I thought, I have to stop and think, although that's what I am doing all the time recently.
Yeah.
But when it becomes a title for a discussion, for a talk, you have to think. And the matter I use, I call it thoughts, strange enough. So I create thoughts out of scrap, mangled steel.
Yes.
It's kind of, it's quite something. And I enjoy doing this and trying to understand the metal itself. I mean, the way to move it, the way to mold it. Although I don't interfere much with it. I just look at it and we talk.
Yes, inanimate objects also have a language, right? And there's a relationship.
That's very important because matter is a mass.
Yes.
And the mass is energy.
Yeah.
And the energy reaches you. you know. And when the energy reaches you through the mass, it can even bend light, you know. I mean, this is the relativity theory.
Yes,
I mean, the stronger the mass is, the more the bending of light and the more your energy gets concentrated on the whole thing, you know.
Yeah. What barriers do you think creatives have in today's time, in 2025 and beyond?
I mean, it's a lot nationalistic now. You know, you're Lebanese, you work in Lebanon. You're French, you work in France. Of course, there are those international artists that goes and move around, and that's one of my targets, is to continue moving and doing projects overseas to break these barriers.
Exactly.
You know, which is the barrier of national, being part of a system that you can't go beyond. And my multitude of international projects that I do in major cities of the world is just to say, no, we have to move forward.
Yes.
It's not that we're limited to a certain place. It's just we have to stretch our thoughts beyond the limits of the space where we are and break this barrier. Besides the barrier financial, of course, I'm just talking about conceptually the creation of the journey.
Yes.
So the journey that takes you to places.
It's the journey that actually is what.
I mean, it's only a journey.
Yes, absolutely.
Forget about me. It's the journey.
Yeah, but no, it's exciting to have a stronger voice, and not just in your own comfort zone, but to spread the message across, not just the.
I mean, in Lebanon, there's no comfort zone.
Yes.
Unfortunately, I don't know what to say about it.
Yes, I understand, of course.
We're in zones where you have to adapt to them. It's an adaptation process here in this country. Of course, we enjoy the time we are here and we live fully. I think we live fully more than any other place because we appreciate life as it is. We appreciate.
I will not say resilient because apparently that's a word that not a lot of people. I will not say resilient, but you. In fact,
of course, it's important.
Yes,
I mean, between the creative minds, you have to be resilient. Otherwise, it just doesn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you are stubborn or rigid or any of those sorts, you end up nowhere.
Yeah. Well, on the flip side, I would like to ask, what excites you, like when it comes to opportunities for this year and forward?
Opportunities. You know, if I can continue my journey around the world, that's an important factor of my mind thinking about stretching the mind, stretching my thoughts, being able to learn from other communities, from other people, reaching out to different cities in the world and trying to say, let's dialogue, let's get something done, let's move forward. So yeah, it's more than opportunity, it's a continuity, if you want. It's the follow-up to the journey, you know, and I think that's basically the most important thing. If
you can tell us some of the projects that you have worked on as well, so.
That I have done, you mean, or something?
Yes.
Oh, that's a lot. But I give you.
How about the ones that
your
favorite?
I've done Melbourne on the Sandridge Bridge. It's a huge project, the most important kind of kinetic project, if not in the world, at least in Australia. It's not by size. I'm just talking about because the concept is beautiful of this project. I've done Nara, where I did it in Todaiji, which is the most sacred Buddhist place in the world, you know, and I've put 1,000 sculptures in the water. That's a beautiful project with 3 flowers, the magic flowers of Jichu. I've done Al-Ula. In Al-Ula, I've put On Parade, which is a series of so many sculptures in the desert, and that's also is really nice. I've done Brussels, where I've put east and west facing each other in the middle of the major boulevard there. I've done London. I'm doing Rotterdam, which should come out shortly. I'm doing Egypt, which should come out shortly. I'm doing Abu Dhabi.
Very exciting. We definitely have to
I've done Tokyo,
follow.
I've done Singapore, I've done, I mean, I'm doing lots of projects in China now. Yeah, so China is on my radar a lot because we're moving from Shanghai to Shenyang to Suzhou to Hangzhou to, I mean, we're moving in, I'm moving in China a lot because I feel that the culture there is energetic and I don't understand the language.
Yes,
but there are lots
but
of
that's interesting that
they're
they're receptive to and getting some different perspective in China.
No, it's very different, but it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I mean, I really love it when I'm there.
Wonderful. So how do you see creativity contributing to the social and cultural change?
Creativity in a social context is basically a resistance to war. What is creativity? It's just to be able to have a mind that instead of thinking, how shall I fight the neighbor, is thinking about how can I create something different.
Yes.
To create a community of people who will be interested.
Yes.
It could be a solo creative process. I mean, me and the steel only. But that's important because your mind, and many people are watching this, is concentrated on a kind of negotiation with the matter. ما عم تفكري إنه كيف بدي أقتل هيدا وشو بدي أعمل بهيداكي وكذا. You're just basically thinking about this strive and this fight within yourself to understand better yourself within the material that's there.
With your surroundings, with your,
With all of this, I mean, it's a continuous rediscovery of yourself and questioning yourself all the time to be able to move forward.
Yes.
يعني when you stop questioning, عفنتي شو بيقولوا.
أكيد يعني you're deteriorating.
Deteriorate خلاص, there's nothing to say.
Yeah.
But
you
when
should
this
always
quest is always there, it's super important.
It's like what we were talking about, the journey, you know, it's the one, it's the important part of always remaining, always reflecting, always understanding your surroundings and so on.
That's very important.
Yes.
والصحة قبل كل شيء.
أكيد.
In order to continue, one has to also take care of one's own body to move forward.
I also wanted to ask some personal questions, maybe. If you can share with us maybe your, since you have been around the world, maybe your favorite city and why?
Shanghai is not bad.
Yes.
I like Shanghai.
Shanghai.
I like Shanghai because it has at the same time the real tradition in its streets, if you know them, and has those high-rise buildings, the area Pudong, where you have the super new high-rise building coming up, and also in that city the food is unbelievable.
I'm sure.
Yeah, the food is unbelievable, of course. And the people who I'm working with are very conscious to keep things interesting for me in order to see more of the city, to appreciate more all what's happening there, you know. And they are building some of the most important museums of contemporary art, as well as other museums, of course. And they are taking care of their river side, that if you walk, when I go to Shanghai, always I have to walk between two museums that I know. I go from the Long Museum to Youth Museum along the river. A beautiful walk. Nice. They are taking care of that. It's about half an hour to 3/4 of an hour.
Enjoying, yani you're enjoying.
I mean, I look forward to that. So I just spoke about one city.
Yes.
I spoke outside my own city, Beirut, which is a lovely place that every time they destroy, we will fight back creatively. Through a creative resistance.
So important to step out
and this creative dialogue.
Yes.
Hopefully, is about that.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean that's what we would like to happen. I mean, usually I'm not involved in all these things. So when Ramona called me and say there's something, I say okay, let's do something.
Yeah.
And here I am.
And how do you feel about it, participating with us at Creative Dialogues?
I think it should be. Let's see. I mean, I'm just now
started.
giving my talk soon, and I think it will be nice. I mean, it will bring lots of people who are interested in this, and probably awaken the minds of others to become interested
Yes.
in the creative process all the way.
Yeah, we are very excited just to at least bring all of you and have a dialogue and just understand each other in a way and see it from different perspectives.
I think so.
So
I mean, it's a pity that I won't be able to. I'm leaving tomorrow morning to London, but still, I mean, it's good to be here with all of you today, at least.
Well, thank you for joining us here today and for having this talk with us at Creative Chat.